What's up, everybody? I was reading Mark chapter 8 in the Word, and it talked about how Jesus had this crowd around him for 3 days, and they had no food to eat. And Jesus was concerned because he couldn't send some of these people home because they wouldn't make it. They would collapse before they would make it home because of the distance. And the disciples were worried because they were in such a remote place that they couldn't provide food for them. But Jesus was like, hey, he told the crowd to sit down on the ground. And before he even served them, he told them that. Keep that in mind. And after that, he had the disciples divide up the 7 loaves of bread and some small fish, to the crowd. But with his power, he provided full sustenance for everybody, and they were satisfied. And think about it. How many times have we came to a point in our lives where we're on the verge of collapse? Like we're done. We're running on fumes. We're running on hope. We're running on faith. Like we don't have any resources. We don't have any money for the rent. We don't have no gas money. We don't have any opportunities right in front of our faces. Like we have nothing but hope and faith in our hearts to run on. But I want you to listen to this, because this is how God provides. He told the crowd to sit down on the ground. And you got to remember, when you were little and right before dinner, remember when your mom and your dad or whoever told you to sit down and be still at the table, before you all ate? To just be still before you got what you needed. Before you got that food, you had to be sat down at the place where you could receive it. So when we're at that verge, we have to be still, sit down, submit, and listen to what God has for us and what he tells us. We can't go back to that old dead-end job that was killing you on the inside. We can't go back to that small town with all those negative naysayers talking about how you weren't nothing and you ain't never gonna be nothing. You can't go back to that ex that abused you and took advantage of you the whole time you was with them. You can't go back to that. And you have to remember, you were in this situation. Even though you're depleted, you are in this situation to be provided for, because a breakthrough is already prepared for you through the power of God. And I tell you this from my own experience. My senior year, I wanted to get a football scholarship, so my parents didn't have to pay for school, because they sacrificed so much for me to get to where I'm at today. I had no offers. No coaches were looking at me, and I played the whole season. Hurt with the sprained MCL, hurt knee, everything. Played the whole season. I made a highlight tape. Me and my dad spent 3 months sending tapes and film and talking to coaches. And instead of getting in my feelings, instead of going my own way and trying to do it my own way and trying to walk on to the safest, nearest college, or just quitting football altogether because I didn't see anything before me, I waited and I stayed true to what God had in store for me. And a week before signing day, National Signing Day, my highlight tape got into the hands of one of the coaches down at Ashland University, Tom Stacy. He looked at my tape, talked to the other coaching staff. He came to my house personally, wanted me to come visit. So me and my whole family visited Ashland University. On that visit, I was offered a full ride to go to school because I stayed true and I sat down and I submitted to what God had in store for me. I was not only sustained with the money, I found my spiritual, academic, and athletic fit for this chapter in my life. And I was sustained and satisfied in all areas because I listened when I sat down, because I knew my blessing was already prepared for me. So, what is holding you back from sitting down and being still before you can get the blessing and breakthrough that's waiting for you? Because whatever's holding you back, get rid of it. Stop moving and be prepared for what's prepared for you. All right, be blessed, y'all.